All right, you guys, this is Cali Prep. I have an urgent message. This is an urgent message I have. You guys, you know, I want to do this video because what's been going on, there's a sister that be covering up volcano eruptions. She's been covering up over the volcano that's been going on over there in Italy. So, there's been seismic activity, there's been mass evacuations, there's also been lava spill. Also, there've been, tsunami threats, I believe, warnings, so like things is about to start to wrap up, and like I said, when we gotta look at what's going on over there at the West Coast Pacific, when we look at Oregon, the two earthquakes that was spotted, 6.6, which was a 7.0, which I see was downgraded. For some reason they've been grading these earthquakes. There was another 6.4. And, we looking at these earthquakes near Vancouver Island. I believe it was not too far from the, Cassettes subduction zone. So, everyone thinking that it's a matter of time that we get the big one that's going to hit in that Pacific West Coast. So, you guys, like I said, if you're in the West Coast, there's been, seismic activity. When we look at quakes, there've been, earthquakes back to back. And, when we looking at California is another hot spot for seismic activity to grow. And it been earthquakes going on in the southern part of California, Northern California, and Central California. Been seeing, quakes. So, guys, when I'm looking at this, it's a matter of time that we get those big quakes. And I believe that when we look at the San Andreas, the fault lines, if you near the San Andreas fault lines, you might want to think about relocating. Because if you're in, a populated, city like Los Angeles, I will feel at some point, you might want to try, to relocate. Because many people will be trapped. Like I say, you ain't got a private plane, a yacht. Many people will be trapped, especially when you're in the big cities. When we look at fault lines from, San Francisco all the way to the San Andreas fault lines, when you look at the Cascade subduction zone, like when we look at the Madrid fault lines, things is starting to really ramp up. So, like I said, you guys, not this, I'm looking at these, seismic activity, but I'm looking at what's going to happen in this hurricane season. What I want to talk about, that we are going to be now, La Nia, is now, it's going to be favorable for favorable conditions, which I see it's going to be multiple ways. And if you are in Texas, if you are in Mississippi, Louisiana, South Carolina, North Carolina, New York, Florida, they, they had change, when it comes to this 2024 hurricane season. Now, when we look at the CSU, Colorado University, already putting out 25 named storms this season. So it's going to be a ride, you guys. It's going to be a long ride. You know, one hurricane, you know, can destroy a city. And, you know, one thing, you know, when we get major hurricanes, it do leave, you know, a red net of, you know, storms to grow. So you guys, like I said, you watch it. Don't be watching it. It's a heads up. Be safe.